A 1, 2, into the 3. Right here with Crystal Lord is where you need to be. Uh, Today is the 28th. I wasn't gonna read today, but like I just been getting these like intuitive nudges just to go for it. And this one actually, another great one came through. But today is the 28th. Oh, my bad. I'm jumping around. People are probably wondering what this stuff was. I do copper wire wrapping. Custom ones, knowing people's like family members or like, lover, sisters, brothers, kids, that kind of thing. I even done some for those of that family that passed, like their birthstones and stuff. I also do keychains, or phone. These are for your phone. My bad. Phone chains, and that's just to keep that energy with you throughout the day, right? Like sometimes I just use these as like reminders, right? They all have their own thing they stand for and properties. You got the rhodonite there with the love. You got the tiger eye, being strong there, that kind of thing. But you can get at me if you want something like that. Someone just asked about it, so I put it on there. But jumping right back into today, the 28th, it says, oh, my bad, one more thing. If you don't have this book, it's a great book, Messages in the Numbers, the universe is talking to you. If you see yourself, and there's like a lot of synchronicities happening, or, coincidences in your mind, right? This is a great thing, especially with numbers. I keep seeing like 321, which is also my business name, Crystal Healing 321. So it just like, sometimes speaks with me, man. I love it. And then I also see 10 and 11 a lot. And something I noticed on this page is 2 and 8 is 10. And then at the bottom, we got 6 and 5, which is 11. So the 8 brings power and authority and wealth to the 2. It is somewhat different to the experience of wealth and love of the 2 and the 6 together. The message of the combined 2 with an 8 is much more about a powerful presence coming in through relationship. It might be that new authority figure is coming into your life, or that you are stepping into a position of authority within your relationship, or through a new partnership or work promotion. It may indicate that you are connecting with a colleague who will be of great benefit to your status and career. If you have been feeling inadequate or disempowered in a relationship, and this number pattern is coming up, then it is indicating that you need to remember that you are not a victim, no matter how the circumstances may appear. You have a power and a love within you that cannot be taken from you. Ever. They will always exist within you, and no one can own you or control you without your permission. Man, that really hit too deep too. Even yesterday when I was talking about justice, right? That's where that comes into play. It's like you got your own story about what justice should be or what happened to you, right? And this person's feeling a different way. But nobody's a victim, right? Me, myself included. And I love that because I feel like if I was a victim and then that means someone else's actions are always what control mine, then when do I get a say in who I am? When do I get to be Antonio if everything I do is decided by the actions of someone else? And that's kind of why I live the life I live and, do things I do. Because I just want to be me when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I can be. And that's the best thing for me to give to you. But jumping right back into this, though, also 11 again. But transformation, right? Anubis. Oh. We got change, healing, enlightenment. Then I pulled creation, vanity came in upside down, perfection, and trickery upside down. Wow. So just reading the energy off this right now, what I'm getting from this is just that we're all, and I mean, I think humanity as a whole right now is going through a lot of different changes, energetically, spiritually, there's definitely more people seeking to be part of something greater than themselves. in a way that truly helps humanity, and kind of waking up to all the different things that we were told or taught. Oh, my bad. How much did I kick that? Sweet. And kind of waking up to the things that we were told or taught, and really questioning things, and developing some type of different compass, morally and ethically, on our own, more true to us. I think everyone is kind of, a lot of people are going through that, and I can kind of see that when I'm out and about, when I interact with people, that more than ever, things are changing. And that's great, right? The caterpillar goes to the butterfly. There's a transformation in that. And the transformation also, remember, it's not just about what you're transforming into or how it's what it looks like at the end. It's more of the journey that's taken to get there, that really holds all the weight when we think of transformation. You know what I mean? You see the beautiful butterfly, but that's kind of more at the end of its life cycle anyway, necessarily speaking, right? You didn't see all the leaves he had to eat, and how, he was a little ugly when he first came out, and then even going into that cocoon, having to wrap himself, and then the butterfly even struggling to get out of the cocoon, and someone don't even make it out of there. Like, you didn't see all that, you just see the end of that, right? So don't forget that journey along the way. The next thing I saw was change, and obviously if there's transformation, there's big change, and I feel like we're going through some changes, guys. Like, there could be some changes in definitely perception. I think that's a big thing for us this week. There's a change in perception. It's crazy how you can be sad in the same area, like, right? You can go to your house and be sad, right? And then you can wake up tomorrow and the sun hits you a certain way, or something good news comes in and you're on that same couch, but now all of a sudden you're glowing and shit. Like, it's amazing how these things work. But also the understanding of energies, and that they can be transmuted or changed. 33, healing, which I love. I'm also 33, just in case y'all didn't know. And I am a Pisces. Just a little extra information out there, I guess. March 19th. But I loved how healing was cutting off the head of the snake. That just took me, like, that's such a profound, like, energy right there, right? Because when you think about healing, it's like, yeah, I want to heal, but if this outside cause or whatever is making you have to heal or hurt you before is still there, then it's hard to heal, right? It's like trying to get over a relationship while living with that same person. You know what I mean? It's just so hard. It's like you have to cut the head off the snake. You have to separate things, and that's how you're gonna really gain closure or start to heal yourself, right? Healing isn't like cutting it open every day and watching it heal for that few hours, picking at scabs. But then it goes into enlightening. Oh, it was the bottom of the deck. Ra, the sun god, definitely enlightening. And I think enlightening too, it's also because he's on a path. Look, the waterway's there, which I noticed on all these was different, right? Transformation, there he's on a knee over here. Okay, change, he's sitting down. Healing, they're standing up again. And enlightening is being on that journey, being on that flow, ebb and flow of life, and just realizing that these things occur almost sequentially, right? Like, transformation comes with change, and then getting out of that situation or transforming, there's going to be some healing involved, and also enlightening because you've been on this journey the whole time. I just love how fluid stuff is, right? Okay, so coming towards the bottom real quick, we got creation. And I think that the next thing too, creation, and then vanity upside down. And then the first thing that came to my mind is that classic, "You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you, don't you? Hey, you're so vain." Okay, never mind. But, and I also loved how in this picture, she's in front of the birch tree there, you know what I'm saying? She got the smoke, but there's a glow coming from this. It's like almost a glow, and then it becomes a smoke. I think we're all setting out to create a life different, right? And when I say that, that kind of FOMOs back into what I was saying before about how I feel like the whole world is going through these changes and shifts together, and creation is just like, I feel like we're just creating a better narrative for our own story, our own life. And what I mean by that is like, maybe no one's stepping out and like, making a YouTube channel or doing something crazy like that. But even if you're doing the same things that you've done before, perspective, that energy of like, how do I make this, how do I find joy in the mundane things, right? Um, the other day I was sitting there and I was kind of like, dang, what were we doing? We were doing something, right? And my lady's talking to me and she's like, she asked me to do something, and I kind of was like, fuck, you know what I mean? I think it was like cook, which is crazy because I love to cook, but like I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? I didn't want to because it's like the end of the night, and then I started cooking and I was like, wait a minute, Antonio, like isn't it still amazing in itself that you're able to, cook? Um, One, that you're good at it. Two, that you have someone who can enjoy it with you. Three, that like, if you're gonna be with someone for the rest of your life for any amount of time, it's like, how many times are you gonna do these same things, right? Like if you have children, how many times are you gonna do the same things with them? Every year they have a birthday. Every year there's Halloween. Every year there's Christmas, right? It's just these repeating things, and it's like, how do you find the little joys in between that? And it's like, the amazing part is I'm thinking to myself, wait, this is crazy that I get to do this right now, right? I have a beautiful view. I got great food to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I really mad about? I gotta, check myself a lot of times. But like I was saying, going into this, the creation, I feel like, again, we're creating a better narrative for ourselves, and also just spiritually, period, awakening to understanding and trying to look beyond what we've known. And I think that's happening between, all signs and all kinds of people, man. And then the vanity is like, don't, when you're going through transformations and changes and healing, all these are a lot of focus on self, right? That's what I got from this transformation. You really have to be thinking about yourself, right? That's something within. Change, healing, all these things, enlightening, all these things are usually stuff that happens within ourselves, right? And then that to the world could be vanity, right? Like your people are like, oh, he don't come around, or this and that, or he's different, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? And this to me is like, no. This is in the reverse. It's not vanity, it's self-love, right? It's selfishness. And that's okay. It's like they're out partying, drinking. They got she got a dress on, showing her back. Nothing wrong with that, saying? Get it how you live. Well, my man got the shades on. That's me right there, for real, though. If you ever hear about me going out, if I don't have my shades on, people are like, oh, what's going on, man? You okay? It's just how I go. They got a beers, and there's nothing wrong with going out and drinking, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having a good time. It's just like, within ourselves, within our journey, there's going to be times for this and times for that. There's going to be times for more outgoing, times for not. And that's totally okay. It's just, don't ever think that your self-care and self-healing is a vain thought. And even if it is, isn't it the best thought? Because who else is healing and helping you day to day other than yourself anyway, homie? So, you probably think this song is about you, don't you? I'm so vain. Then we got perfection. And I feel like that's more of saying, right, through our creation of this new narrative for ourselves, through, kind of focusing in on our own, right? And not necessarily in the vain things, but just on a spiritual, on a growth level, right? And then the perfection that comes out of our mouth once we reemerge from something like that, you know what I mean? I'm also noticing that there's 3 plucked here, and then right above it we got the 3 again. So maybe something's happening in 3s, and it's like, I love how it's like she's talking. There's 3 outlines, right? Because you have the gold here, if you can see that. This yellow kind of old gold outline over her face. You got her herself, and you have her inner. And then you also have 3 here. And 3 is like the perfect union, right? 3 and 3. So this might be something where there's 3 people involved. It could be even you yourself, right? Having 3 different personalities, relying on 3 different things. but we're getting from that that's going to be perfect, right? And a lot of times perfection isn't what we think it is, right? Sometimes we're in a situation or something happens and we look back and we're like, you know what? Damn, that was perfect. Like in the moment, I couldn't see that perfection, but now I'm like, it couldn't have worked out any better for me. That happens so much in our lives, right? And then we got trickery, and it's like, for me, that was also, it's upside down. To me, that was a lot about trusting this process, and I feel like trickery upside down is like, hey, no one's trying to trick you. This is really how great you are. This is really how good life can be. No one's trying to trick you. Like, you got to get out of that, right? I mean, I also find it awesome how trickery and vanity are upside down, because if you're thinking someone's trying to trick you, or like the universe is trying to trick you, this can't be as good as it sounds, right? Then you must think that you in some way have some type of crazy power over the universe who works, and the betterment of everyone, right? No matter who you are, no matter if you acknowledge it or not, right? Always working for your highest, greatest good, no matter what that situation looks like. So to question the process, right? To question the good things that come to you is a very vain thing to do. So it's like, now we're kind of understanding, hey, great things can happen to me, right? I have done so much. Great things can happen to me. It's okay for me to, focus in on myself. When I'm alone, there's like perfection, right? When you go within yourself, because all the answers, all the things you want are always within, right? We have so many outward, external stuff bothering us and telling us things, but the truth is, anything that you want to know, anything that you want is already within, and there's no tricks in that. Okay, but like I said, looks like there's a lot of transformation going on. Some transformation. There's some creation going on. Right, and then with that comes change. Don't feel bad about you having to be on your own, or you're gonna get drunk or crazy with this new changes or good things that are happening to you. No, you deserve it. Keep your head high, right? And then that's the healing we need to do. That it's wrong to be vain and it's wrong to care about oneself more than others. It's like, no, because then you give everyone else the energy or the say so or the go ahead that, hey, this is what I'm allowing in my life. I'm allowing for me to be the best I can be for me, and I'm allowing you to go do what it is that you need to do to be the best for you too. And I'm okay with that. And to me, that is perfection, baby. So sweet. 3 by 3. Let it be. And then in all that, there's enlightening. And remember, you gotta, when you're getting enlightened, right between the two eyes, boom, the sun. Remember, this isn't a trick. You know what I mean? This is for you. You've done the work spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially, whatever it is. You've done this work. You're transforming. You're bringing the change. You're healing. You're enlightened. There's no tricks for that. All right. I hope everyone has a great day. Like I tell my boys, go be great, go be kind. And I'll see y'all on the next one.